to be no hope. So just look inside. There's an answer waiting, because you and I, we were created to love, created to love. We've got one chance to make a change in the world around us that's falling down, because we've got one life to live. So take every moment and seize the day, yeah.
Debra Kennedy live here at High Point with the amazing Kathy Ireland. I have been such a fan of yours. You're just such an inspiration to all women.
Thank you, Debra.
You have your worldwide business, but you also seem to have such a passion for helping others. What drives that passion that you really care about so many people in your day-to-day life?
I think in maturity, recognizing that there are needs that are so much bigger than me, and that there are opportunities that are also so much bigger. And that makes it exciting. The vision for our company is teach, inspire, empower, make the world better. And if we can't do that, we don't want to be a business. But if we can do it, we would be horrible stewards of the gifts we've been given to not just go for it. And that's what we're doing.
And that's what I do love about you, is that you really do pay it forward. I love the story that you started as a paper girl so many years ago, and that inspired you to take women to a different level. And you've done so many great things with Sports Illustrated being the #1 in the history of models, but then you've developed so much more of a business. What inspired you from that age of a paper girl to now where you're still reinventing yourself?
Well, actually, before the paper route, my first job was a combination of design and business. I was 4 years old and I sold painted rugs from my wagon. So I've always loved that combination. The modeling was not part of my plan, but it was an opportunity to earn money for college or to start a business. The entire time I worked in that industry, I was trying and failing at so many businesses. Had one of those businesses been successful, the modeling career would not have gone on as long as it did. It ended up being a wonderful education, being exposed to the best designers in the world. But it took a very long time, but we started our brand back in '93 with a pair of socks.
I love that. You sold them to Kmart. Kmart loved your socks and created a whole line centered around that. So now you've ventured on, you do so many things, which, with your Kathy Ireland worldwide, but Level Brands is something, a new entry, and being from Charlotte and our talk show being on Charlotte, we're excited that you're bringing that to the Carolinas. Talk a little bit about Level Brands.
Thank you. Well, so our company started in 1993, and most of our core team, we've been together for 28 years. We have a millennial team that they were not even born when we started, but we need that youthful experience to really, the millennials teach us. They impact our purchases, they impact how we live, our social media. They have a wonderful social consciousness, and connecting with the younger generation has been part of our strategy from day one. And so when we first began our company, we had an internal document that we called The Aging of Kathy Ireland. And I loved that because that was so freeing for me, that this plans for me to get older. I don't have to try to be an age that I'm not.
Right.
I can celebrate wherever I happen to be. And it's wonderful that the brand is not dependent upon me being a certain age.
Right.
Very different from that modeling career that I left behind, and that was intentional. And so a couple of decades ago, we began quietly serving brides. Our company has estates in Greece, Fiji, and Hawaii, Mexico, throughout the world. And we produce weddings, and we serve brides on her most special day, designing couture wedding gowns, diamonds by Kathy Ireland.
Love your
or
diamonds.
Kathleen Marie Paul Rapps, New York. This is our statement line. We also have our affordable luxury diamonds by Kathy Ireland. But when we connect with these people on the most important day of their life and earn their trust, then they stay with us. And we have to work ever harder to maintain that trust, but we love doing that. And then they come to us with other things. But we have millennial team members who really wanted to do more and were very curious about working in a public company. And for many reasons, Kathy Ireland Worldwide is not going to be a public company. It will remain private. I don't have the education that it takes to run a public company, and I'm not going to do something in a titular sense.
Right. A lot of politics with that, and a lot of connections too. So,
but it's got to be. We've worked to earn that trust, so I'm not going to do something half measure. Marty Sumichrast, however, the CEO of Level Brands, he has extensive experience in this arena, and so he is the perfect person to be the CEO when he asked me to serve as chief brand strategist, and that's something that I do have some experience with.
Right.
And chairman emeritus, that's something that I said, yes, I would absolutely support this and work with all of you in that way. So Tommy Meharry, who is the youngest board member on our team, he's a millennial, he's a Marine, he's a new dad, and he's co-founder of I'm One, which is one of the brands in Level Brands.
Right.
I'm One is for men and the women who love them, and it's all about millennials. And EE1 is our entertainment and experiential brand. Encore Endeavor One, we work with companies like BMG for music. We work with publishing, travel, Oxygen Water, Demiva, product for women, wonderful products. Beauty and pinups. It was starting with hair care and expanding, no limits there, and connected with Best Buddies and Kathy Ireland Health and Wellness. These are powerful brands that are within Level Brands.
and I love that. I love that you connect with all those, and that also it's breaking away from when you go to the millennials. They shop differently, they interact
They do.
differently, and I love that you're lending your name to that, being part of it, because it is the future. It is today. So you're just broadening yourself. So I love that you shared with the Debra Kennedy Show all that's going on. We look for great things to happen with Level Brands, and we just absolutely adore you and all that you're doing. And I just love that you have so many entities, but yet you're so humble and kind and want to give back to others. And that is just, in the South, one of our virtues. And thank you so much for being with
Debra,
us today.
well, thank you. And North Carolina is a very special place to us. This is where our brand began. Our first partners in socks, John and Marilyn Moretz, still cherished team members and partners who we get to work with, who we love, and just beautiful people here, so hospitable. We love them.
The legendary Kathy Ireland.
Thank you.
Are you or someone you know interested in being a guest on the Debra Kennedy Show? If so, go to DebraKennedyShow.com and click on the Be Our Guest tab. We're a lifestyle show, and we're always looking for experts to bring on and share information and knowledge and something they're passionate about.
'Tis the season to be jolly, and I'm the most jolly when I'm around my bestie, the Flower Diva. Mwah. Oh my gosh, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And you always have something cooking for festivities and
Yes.
Divalicious style. And I don't know how you come up with these ideas, but we challenged you, and you're doing a great segment on recycling.
Yes.
So tell us about what exactly this beautiful item is.
This is actually leftover from the summer. It's my hanging baskets that once had petunias in them.
Right.
But now it's over, and I just can't throw stuff away. So I took the pot. I actually took some spray paint. Just get it at your local home store. I got the gold metallic. I sprayed it down. And now we're going to make it all Christmasified.
Christmasified.
Yes.
Diva-fied,
to reuse it.
Christmasified.
Yes.
And I do want to say these are those plastic black
Yep.
hanging baskets that we all have in our garages
Yep.
and in our I don't know, where do we keep them? In the attic, wherever, sheds.
Yeah.
These are those black hanging baskets. So let's show how that you are redesigning, recreating, and recycling for the environment today.
Yeah, so, and what you can do too, if you want to, you can just leave the dirt in it from your original plant. You just cut out the dead, and that works well too. I didn't have the dirt left because I got rid of it, so I'm using some Oasis, which too, if you decide to do that, any of your craft stores, and just go and get some.
So I'm a big proponent of the Oasis because the dirt, it can break up, it gets hard. This is so easy, and I
Yes.
have learned that the Oasis is near and dear to my heart. I use it
Yes.
for everything.
Yes.
Because
So-
I've been divified.
So what I did is I went out in the garden and I got some greenery.
Not your
or-
garden or the neighbor's garden?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe the neighbors. So anyway, and these are from, like, Home Depot sells the Christmas trees.
Yes.
And they just throw these scraps away from when they cut them off to put them in the tree stands.
Right? So where do you
So-
find these? Like in there?
Yeah, you just go up and ask them and say, do you have any greenery left over from Christmas trees? And they usually just throw it out. So
Right.
you can get it for free. So
I like free.
yeah.
That's real recycling.
Yes. And this is magnolia. It does really nice. It holds up well. I'm going to start with the heavier greenery, which is your magnolia.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is you want to come out a little bit over the edges. Pay attention to where your holes are, though, for your hanging. Or if it's easier, you can leave it in. We just took it out just for purposes.
Okay.
So you're just going to, again, at an angle, a 45-degree angle. You're going to go
Okay.
into the foam and kind of let it hang over.
So I don't want it near where
Yeah,
my
just to
hole
make
is,
it
away from it.
easier.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
yeah. So we're just going to put in the heavy stuff first. Can you get it?
Got it.
Muscles. So we're just going to fill it in like so. I'm going to put some, don't forget the middle.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So, and then, just switch it around. Make sure you're not covering up holes, but, getting some greenery up and in there.
All right.
So,
This place, this area needs a little.
yeah, and then you can just do your variety of greenery. So we're gonna just mix it on in. And I'm gonna hand you a couple pieces too of mixed greens. And again, just
Adding a
kind of
little.
make it come
Make
over
an
the
angle.
edge. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're bringing this over the edge.
Yep. And that's the whole thing, is to kind of make it look natural, like it grew out of your container.
So I love, this is something that you could do at home with your family too. Like
Yes.
if you want a family art project, sometimes the cookies are great but messy. This is something fun that mom will get to enjoy, the family will get to enjoy. And it's fun and easy.
Yes. And it lasts, and it doesn't
smells
cost
pretty.
a whole lot. And then we're gonna add some fun holly
Oh,
berries.
yay.
So we're just gonna stick those in here and there
Okay.
because they're pretty. And I'm gonna put one right in the middle.
Holly berries, I like it.
Yeah, just be careful of the holly leaves. They're kind of
Okay, a little
prickly.
prickly.
I'm gonna turn it around so people can see.
Okay. I think I grabbed two. Oh, these are so pretty.
Yeah. So you just do that. And it's up to you too. You can add in the little balls. You can get the battery operated lights and use those in there and all that. But this is more for something probably outdoors. Because with the weather being cooler, they'll just last longer and
So
whatnot.
what you could do too, just as I'm thinking, is everybody has those planters
Yes.
on the front porch,
Yes.
and they're like, "What do I do with them?" And I always put these flowers that have been recycled
Yes.
recycled for 15 years. Oh my gosh, this would be so gorgeous because this would fit right down
Yep,
into
exactly.
the planter. Oh my gosh!
And then you
brainstorm.
can add in little.
Oh,
fun
those are gorgeous. What
things.
did you make these? or-
No, I just got them at the local craft store,
Okay.
so you can do all that.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And if you want to grab the hair, we'll see if we can.
So this is what's so cool about this, is that you took this crazy plastic.
just gonna throw it away.
We're going to throw it away. You spray painted it, and we're going to make this the most beautiful hanging ornament. Or if we don't want to do that, for a planter outside, or honestly, Carrie, you could do this as a centerpiece.
Yes.
If you don't want to use the hanging part.
Exactly.
So we're just going to pop these in here. Okay. Look, this is amazing. So as you're putting the hanging part on, I'm going to talk about the cost factor. So we have the hanging plant, plastic, black plant, leftover, so there's no cost to that. We have the beautiful greenery that they give away at the local hardware stores. So, and we have the magnolia, oasis. So really, relatively, you can make this for under $10.
Oh yeah,
easy. And then you can add some of your things that we all have.
I made a little bow.
Let's put a little bow on it.
You can stick that right in there, or if you want to, if you don't really like the hanger, you can tie the bow right to the hanger, and then you just hang it up. And
girl, you are genius. You are absolutely genius. Now, something that we like to do during the holiday is talk about a favorite Christmas story, a Christmas memory. Do you have a favorite Christmas memory?
I do, and actually it's funny because it was the big snowstorm of 78. Now I'm telling my age. But I remember my mom being upset that us kids wanted to spend more time outdoors in the 10 foot of snow than opening up our gifts. So, but yeah, that was an awesome Christmas. I remember that.
I love that. So you're always a favorite on the Debra Kennedy Show. We can catch you at Flower Diva. Your website is
flowerdiva.com. Instagram,
Flower Diva
33. Yep.
What is it? Flower Diva 33?
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you for always giving us the best and fun experiences and your holiday stories and just being with us. So we are truly blessed to hear. And we're going to say Merry Christmas to the audience.
All right.
Merry Christmas!
To view this entire episode or to view other past episodes, please visit our podcast site at DebraKennedyShow.com.
I've had some amazing talent, some movie stars right here on the Debra Kennedy Show. Some up-and-coming, fabulous movie stars, some local, some national, but I'm going to tell you, I'm calling it. The biggest star in the making is right here on the set with me tonight, Mr. Wyatt Criswell. Hey, Wyatt.
Hey.
How are you tonight?
Good.
I am so excited to have you on our show.
Me too.
And I want to talk to you about, I know that you really are interested in having a movie career. I followed your career and even suggested you because I know that you're a star in the making. Tell me what you like about acting.
Making people laugh and having fun.
So one of the things you told me when we were in LA together was that you would like to be a comedic actor, right?
Yes.
Yeah? So why do you like that? You just like to have people laugh at you? Do you think it's funny to tell a story?
I think it's funny for people to laugh and me telling a story that might be true and might not. But when you're a comedian, you just don't tell if it's true or not.
Not even when you laugh? No, just a little bit? Yeah. Well, so there's a lot of hard work to be an actor, right? It's not just you show up on the set, you do your little scenes for 10 minutes. It's a full day, right? Yes? Do you think it's exhausting?
Not really.
No. Kind of, a little bit? Yeah. Well, you did share with me that there is a movie career that's in the making, that there's one movie, if you could pick any movie in the world to be in, what would that be? Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
I like Scooby-Doo mostly because the dog looks really animated,
right?
But everyone else doesn't.
So let me ask you a few more questions, Wyatt, if you don't mind. You like walking the red carpet, and you really like being the star of the show, right? Mm-hmm. And what do you like about that? Why do you feel like when you walk into a room, all the eyes come to you? Why is that?
I just don't know.
Because you're a superstar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a little bit to do with it. Well, we're going to share with our audience a few things that you have done. You're going to be in some really huge commercials. We can't name what the commercials are yet, but you have been like rubbing elbows with some pretty famous people, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And did you love that?
Yes.
What did you like about that? Like you and your mom did this commercial, it was a full day. What did you like about that?
One of my commercials, I got so close to one of my things, one of my favorite people.
Right, and we can't name that person, but it's a huge person that you're a big fan of, right?
Yes.
It's like, one could be playing football, one could be a race car driver, but we can't tell our audience, right?
Yes.
Because the secret reveal, they're going to see it on television. Yes? So we're going to have your mom come and join us in a few minutes just for a little chit chat with her. But I just want to just really say thank you for all that you do, because you are what I call contagious. You're so fun to be around. You are always just chatting up people, but also charming and always giving people great compliments. Does it mean a lot to you to make other people feel good about themselves?
Yes.
Yes. And that's something that someone your age doesn't usually do, right? But why do you do it?
Just to make people feel better.
See, I love you, Wyatt. So we're going to take a real quick little break, and we're going to invite your mom to come and chit chat with us on the real Wyatt, because I know you'll open up a little more with her right beside you, right?
Yeah.
All of that when we come back with superstar in the making himself, Mr. Wyatt Criswell.
To view this entire episode or to view other past episodes, please visit our podcast site at DebraKennedyShow.com.
If you are in the fashion, art, or entertainment industry and you would like to be a guest on the Debra Kennedy Show, go to www.DebraKennedyShow.com and you can be a guest just like me.
Now we're back with superstar in the making, Mr. Wyatt Criswell, joined by his beautiful mother, one of my besties, Carrie Criswell, very well known as one of the best doctors, plastic surgeons in the area. But it's a different role for you tonight.
Completely different.
So being a mother sometimes has its challenges, because we have to decide what is best for our children and also follow their dreams with them. So tell me a little bit about your feelings with Wyatt wanting to venture into the acting world.
Well, it's a completely foreign environment for me, so I've taken a lot of guidance from you with kind of understanding what was going on with it. It's kind of interesting that this is what he likes. That's not really what Brian or I have done, but he just has complete fearlessness of any situation and just really seems to enjoy meeting people, being in front of the camera, acting, being a goof. We may have gotten that more than one of us, but he just seems to love it. And so you have to give him the opportunity to do something that he loves, because I know I love what I do. So.
And he is just such a smart child. When I had the pleasure, I'm with you often, but in LA, I was just mesmerized by how intelligent he is. He's like a sponge. He absorbs so much. And I think he speaks so well to any situation, Wyatt. And I know that you were talking about making people laugh. There is one part of acting that is your favorite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what is that?
Comedic acting and improv.
Right, improv. And so in a minute, we're going to have you do some improv. And it's great to find their niche, because, he likes a little bit of everything. And I do want to tell our audience that, I have developed some of a large talent that is movie stars now, but I have never, ever encountered meeting someone and knowing that they had the it factor like I have Wyatt. And so for me, it's great to have somebody that has that talent, but also has that desire to do it, and parents that really want to follow the path of what the child wants.
Well, we take advice from you and listen to what you have to say about it. I mean, you said that when he was 3 years old, because he would walk into a room and he would talk to everybody and have fearlessness in any situation. But he would get to know everybody. Everyone knows him. He walks into a room and he starts talking to everybody. Oh, I love your dress, or oh, you look really pretty today, or your hair looks so nice, or hey, this food is fantastic. I mean, he just makes people feel good everywhere he goes.
And at that age, it's a genuine factor. You can't at that age, there's
No.
nothing you can gain
What
from
you
it.
see is what you
What
get.
you see is what you get. So we're excited to have you join our set tonight. We're excited. I'm excited because we're going to follow your career. And sometimes it happens immediately, and sometimes it takes years to develop. So we can say that you were right here on our show, but we're going to come back, and with the closing, would you mind doing a monologue for us, Wyatt?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, good. I love it. So when we come back, we're going to see Wyatt Criswell closing with one of his favorite monologues.
Are you or someone you know interested in being a guest on the Debra Kennedy Show? If so, go to DebraKennedyShow.com and click on the Be Our Guest tab. We're a lifestyle show and we're always looking for experts to bring on and share information and knowledge and something they're passionate about.
My monologue I am doing right now is by Shel Silverstein. Did you know he wrote the lyrics for A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash? And this is Something Missing. I remember I put on my socks. I remember I put on my shoes. I remember I put on my tie. It's painted in beautiful purples and blues. I remember I put on my coat to look perfectly grand at the dance. Yet I feel there's something I may have forgot. What is it? What is it?
To view this entire episode or to view other past episodes, please visit our podcast site at DebraKennedyShow.com. You can view the complete episodes right on the website or subscribe to the show via iTunes or your favorite podcatcher. Thanks for watching.
If you are in the fashion, art, or entertainment industry and you would like to be a guest on the Debra Kennedy Show, go to www.DebraKennedyShow.com and you can be a guest just like me.
When you look around, see the tears falling down in a world so cold where there seems to be no hope. So just look